Good afternoon, friends. You are welcome to our tutorials today. We'll be discussing on histology and a topic known as connective tissue. But before we start, I please advise you to subscribe. Subscription is free. We are going to start with the introduction to connective tissue. Under the introduction of connective tissue, you need to know what connective tissue is all about. Simply put, connective tissue is responsible for providing form and for maintenance of the form in the body. You can move because of connective tissue. Various parts of your body has shapes because of connective tissue. So connective tissue is of utmost importance to learn about. After knowing the introduction to connective tissue, we therefore need to learn about the components of connective tissue. Connective tissue has three components. These include 1. Cells, 2. Ground substance, and 3. Fibers. Today, we'll be discussing on the first aspect of connective tissue known as cells. The first component is what we'll be discussing about today, cells of connective tissue. The cells of connective tissue can be divided into two. The first cell is what we refer to as the intrinsic cells. And the second cell is what we refer to as the related cells. The related cells are also known as the migrant cells. Very good. Now, under the intrinsic cells of connective tissue, we have 4 major cells, which you can remember by a mnemonic known as FUPA, F-U-P-A. F stands for fibroblasts. U stands for undifferentiated mesenchymal cells. P stands for pigment cells, and A stands for adipocytes. These are the 4 intrinsic cells of connective tissue. Let's repeat what you said. Under cells of connective tissue, we have intrinsic and related cells. Under the intrinsic cells, we have 4. FUPA is the mnemonic. Fibroblasts, undifferentiated mesenchymal cells, pigment cells, and adipocytes. We'll be discussing on each of them. Let's start with fibroblasts. Please take note. Fibroblast is the most common cells of connective tissue. Fibroblast can either be in two forms. It can either be in its active form or in an inactive form. So when you classify fibroblasts, have active fibroblast and inactive fibroblast. Active fibroblast has a very abundant cytoplasm. It has many organelles within its cytoplasm. On the other hand, inactive fibroblasts have a scanty cytoplasm and it has few organelles within its cytoplasm. Inactive fibroblasts, therefore, are also known as fibrocytes. That is an exam question. What are fibrocytes? Fibrocytes are also known as inactive fibroblasts. A very important point you need to remember: fibroblasts do not differentiate easily. They barely divide, except when they need to lay down more fibroblasts, and this happens during wound repairs. If there's a damage to any part of your body during wound repair, fibroblasts need to lay down other fibroblasts, and that is when they divide. There is a special type of cells that resembles fibroblasts under electron microscope. We refer to these cells as myofibroblasts. Myofibroblasts. Under electron microscope, myofibroblast resembles fibroblast. But what is the difference between myofibroblast and fibroblast? Myofibroblast has two important proteins which are called actin and myosin. These two proteins are not found in fibroblast, but they are present in myofibroblast. What is the function of myofibroblast? Myofibroblast is responsible for retraction and shrinkage of scar. That is not the function of fibroblast. Myofibroblast is responsible for retraction and shrinkage of scars. We've talked about the first intrinsic cell known as fibroblast. Let's go to the second intrinsic cell known as undifferentiated mesenchymal cells. Undifferentiated mesenchymal cells are found in embryonic tissue. Undifferentiated mesenchymal cells are found in embryonic tissue. These undifferentiated mesenchymal cells later differentiate into various components of connective tissue. If the undifferentiated mesenchymal cell has not differentiated, you do not know which aspect of connective tissue it will give. But when it differentiates, it gives rise to various components such as cells, gland substance, or fibers. The next intrinsic cells of connective tissue is called the pigment cells. Pigment cells are very important cells because they prevent light from moving from one region of the body to another. Pigment cells always have a pigment called melanin. Melanin is also referred to as a brown pigment. Melanin is produced by a special type of cells referred to as melanocytes. And melanin can be engulfed or destroyed by another kind of cell called melanophore, also known as chromatophore. Pigment cells are abundant in specific regions of the body. For example, in the skin, you can see lots of pigment cells. Number 2, in the iris of the eyes, you can see lots of pigment cells. And number 3, in the choroid of the eyes, you can see lots of pigment cells. Never forget, pigment cells always have melanin produced by melanocytes and destroyed or engulfed by melanophore or chromatophore. With that, we move to the last intrinsic cells known as adipocytes. Adipocyte is also referred to as lipocytes. Adipocytes are also known as lipocytes. In a cell known as adipocytes, the center of this cell is filled with fats. That's why we also call it lipocyte. The center is a large droplet of fat that fills the center, such that the cytoplasm is very thin. The cytoplasm is very thin, and the nucleus is pushed to the periphery. So you may be asked an exam condition. What intrinsic cells has its nucleus pushed to the periphery? Answer: it is adipocyte, also known as lipocyte. Why? It is because the fat droplet fills the center of these cells, such that the cytoplasm is thin and the nucleus is pushed to the periphery. These are the intrinsic cells of connective tissue. In our next video, we are going to talk about the related cells of connective tissue. Please follow up with that video. And before we go, I would like to remind you, subscribe. Subscription is quite free, so that you can get more information about the next video we are posting. Thank you very much, and God bless you.